Hello, and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshier, and I will be your game master for the evening. If you don't know this channel, this is Shadows of Archonia, where we play all sorts of tabletop role-playing games. On Friday nights, we have an in-person game in the other room where we do ongoing stories in various RPGs. Right now, we are between sessions 4 and 5 of Alan's Shadows of the Abyss campaign, which we're playing in Shadowdark. And tonight is when we are doing our other show, which we call Tales from the Backlog. This is where we play all sorts of different games in short, like 1 to sometimes as many as 5, but usually 1 to 3 shot games in every game we can get our hands on if we want to play it. We have a rotating cast of players here, and we do it in this kind of remote setup that you see on your screen now. We actually also have an extra episode of Tales from the Backlog this week coming up on Thursday. Usually it's Monday, but we have an extra one on Thursday because we're having DM Scotty, the creator of EZD6, come and run his latest playset for us, or his latest published book for us. His latest book is Dreadful Doomscapes, and we're going to be playing the Everyday Nightmares playset, which is one of 2 playsets in it. We ran a version of it many months ago when it was under a different name, and now we are doing it again using the actual published book of it. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a slightly different arrangement of people on screen then. And then the next night, Friday, we'll be back for Shadows of the Abyss, like I mentioned. And then that's it for the year. We'll be done with Shadows of Archonia until January at that point because of the holidays. If you like the sound of any of that, or if you've been watching the show for a while and you want to know us better, you can come join our Discord. We do have a link to it below the video, whether you are on YouTube or Twitch right now, because we're streaming to both platforms. And if you are watching on Twitch, be aware that we have the YouTube channel, and all the back episodes of both shows are over there. We also have a Patreon if you're interested in that. We just did our 15-minute pregame, which is something we do before every single stream, and it's patron only. If you're giving at least $1 a month to the stream over on Patreon, then you can watch those. They go up the day after the stream, and they show what we were discussing for the last 15 minutes before we went live. Yeah, a lot of this one was talking about spending the XP for the game, and then moved into whiskey-based medical advice. No one here's a doctor, just for the record. Yeah, so that's it for my announcements. Hope to see you guys in chat or on the Discord or both. I'll do a quick recap, and then I'll let you guys introduce your characters, and then we'll do a quick recap of where we're at right now. Let's go backwards this time. We'll start with Yuri.
Well, at least they caught it now before I got too far.
Okay. I think that should be fixed now. Everyone just did a character intro. I don't want to have everyone redo it. So go watch the beginning of the last episode, and they all said the same stuff.
And years now.
Yeah. Unless you guys would like to say it again real quick, but it's up to you.
No thanks.
Okay. All right.
Said too much.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My audio output on the video call was not going to OBS, and I did not notice. It's been a long day. Okay, chat says it's good now. Cool. All right, so here's the recap. Cindy didn't get to do a character intro, but I guess neither did anyone else.
I mean, technically.
Yeah.
We're all playing the same character anyway.
Whiskey or says Kim. No, I haven't had any whiskey. So, in our last story, you guys were sent by King Conan himself to the Bosonian Marches, where he had heard tell of people under his rule as the king of Aquilonia who were being attacked and killed by animals, oddly behaving animals from out of the woods were coming and attacking villages as though part of some sort of natural army, but they were doing so silently and without any vocalizations, just the sound of their movements alone. And they murdered many people. You guys were sent to try and get to the bottom of what was happening and why. Conan suspected, and it turned out to be correct, that it had something to do with the worship of the ancient god Jebel Sog, the same being that Bjorn draws his power from. Upon reaching this one location in the woods around there, the jungle, you found an ancient temple of Jebel Sog. And after navigating its perils for some time, you eventually found your way to a deep underground chamber where an ancient man, or what was once a man, named Albinus, sat upon a throne of bones and horns and rawhide and wore a many antlered crown. He begged you to kill him, and you did so. It seems that this crown was a magical artifact of Jebel Sog and was the source of his curse. He used it for his own personal gain. It allowed him to control animals, which is suspicious behavior because, of course, Jebel Sog is all about the communion of man and animal. At least that's Bjorn's perspective on it. But in ancient times, Jebel Sog received worship from humans and animals alike, and they shared a language. Those who remember Jebel Sog still do. So using this crown to control animals against their will was certainly something that Jebel Sog didn't like, and he cursed Albinus to stay alive until someone took it from him. Bjorn did him the favor, took his life, and when we broke the game session last time, it was with Bjorn having just placed the crown upon his head. Now, there were some warnings prior to doing this. The animals in the room were discomforted by you holding the crown. And when you went to put it on, there was a brief growl from one of the bears. The last thing that happened was you placed it upon your head, and I said the animals move to attack. But before we actually had that happen, we broke the game session. Now, I'm going to turn it back over to you, Bjorn, to tell me what you do in the split second before these animals come. And everyone's going to have one turn to try and do something before we go into combat.
Well, I mean, it all depends what happens with the crown. When Bjorn puts on the crown, does it immediately go into effect?
So you can feel an intense power radiating down from the crown. It has not latched on to you. In game mechanics terms, I would say it this way. The crown will have effect after we roll initiative, but you can feel it starting to adjust itself to a new bearer right now. So you have this brief moment before it completes that.
Does anyone say anything?
Nope.
Like in that split
Oh,
second?
when you put the crown on, I believe I said no.
Yeah, Siosa's like, she takes out a couple of throwing stars and says, "Get that off your head, or I'll get it off for you."
And I'm ready. I'm pouncing to attack you.
And I say, fascinating. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
I have got into a Panthers type brace to attack you.
So nobody's actually going to do anything before we roll initiative? You all just say stuff?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if he doesn't move when I speak, then I'm gonna throw those stars.
Yeah.
If he doesn't take it off, I'm going to take it off him.
Okay, well,
Alive or dead?
Bjorn, are you making any indication that you're about to take it off?
Well, it depends how good my initiative is.
Okay, I guess we're going to go into initiative. I will roll for all of these animals. Let's see.
Grit again? Is that grit?
Edge.
Edge.
Edge, yes.
Oh, right, edge.
That is a 5 for me.
2.
Okay, so,
Do we add the value or not?
yeah, you do.
I'm sorry?
Yes,
So
you
we
add
value?
the value to the dice roll for edge, yes.
6.
Okay. Sumo, what was yours?
8.
No, I'm 6.
Oh, sorry. Suma's 6. I'm Siosa.
Yeah.
Ah, my pin's not working. Hold on. And Layla, what was yours? 5?
5. Mhm.
And Bjorn?
9.
Okay, and the animals actually all tied with Layla with a 5, so they're going to go last. Bjorn, you're first.
So when
As-
the animals are trying to attack Bjorn, Bjorn was saying is say out loud, stop. And do the animals stop?
You will have to... So your turn is 2 actions. To use this crown, you can spend 1 action to... let me think how to make this work. You'll have to spend 1 action to sort of attune yourself to it, and I'll describe what that means in a second. And you'll have to spend the other action actually ordering them to stop. It's more of a mind connection thing. It's not just saying it with words. But
he's just talking right now. He's not trying to command. He's just like being like, stop. Wait, why are you attacking me? Basically.
okay. If you want to say that using your normal abilities and not using the new power of the crown that you've got, then you can absolutely do that.
Well, does Bjorn feel when he feels the power seeping in? Does it feel like does it feel like anything he's felt before, or is it like an evil miasma kind of thing?
So you feel a power coming from this crown, and this is what I was going to say about attuning to it. You will have to make a choice whether to accept this crown. Basically, it is a power that was granted to humanity in ages long ago, and this is something you can sense through your connection to Jebel Sog, who was the original creator of this crown. It's a power that was granted to humanity long ago, but has already proven more than a mortal can handle when Albinus used it. And his usage of it for all these centuries has caused it to become corrupted in a way that makes it very difficult to behave in a manner consistent with Jebel Sog's will while wearing it. So you can accept the crown, but basically you will then become cursed in the same manner that Albinus was.
Because they're to Bjorn's knowledge, there's no way to like harness this magic and like reshape it in any way.
Not to your knowledge right now. Were you to try and study it, that may be possible, but you certainly don't have time to do any of that in combat initiative. You'd have to work with it over days or weeks. One thing you know for certain is that the animals in the room don't want you to have it. That's not confusing to you. You, of all people, can read their behavior and their emotions. They want you to not put that on. They did not attack you when you killed Albinus. They did not make any threatening move until you started to put the crown on. So that's not confusing in the language of animals.
All right. So if the animals are conveying that to Bjorn, then Bjorn, I guess, will use his second or his first action to try to remove the crown.
You are able to remove it. Had you waited until the next round, I would have said it doesn't come off. Mm-hmm. But you are able to remove it.
So he holds it in front of himself, and he kind of looks towards the animals and kind of like asks, almost like asking them what to do with it. Like whoever's the nearest animal.
The closest one to you, I don't have the set built anymore, but I believe it was a bear.
And what does the animal look like?
He's huge. He's gonna, well, we're in initiative, so he can't respond to you yet, because for animals, action is language. So what you see when you take it off is there is a brief hesitation, but in the abstract time of an initiative round, nothing more than that can be done.
Bjorn says, maybe with time I can make this magic different. Maybe we can harness this magic.
All right, I'm going to say that's it for your turn, and we will go to Siosa. Cindy.
Okay. My biggest goal was to get that crown off of his head.
Okay,
So,
it's off, but it's still in his hands.
It's in his hands. So I'm going to come into the room and come right up to him and say, Bjorn, I think you did the right thing. And probably we just all need to leave now. We need to find our way out.
Let me re-describe the room real quick, because you were all already in the room. It was a kind of a square room. There was a raised dais with the throne on it. Bjorn had gone up on there in order to kill Albinus and take the crown. All of the animals were surrounding that area. So for you to walk to Bjorn, you can do it, but you will be moving from behind most of the animals to in front of all of them, basically. You're moving to the spot they're all facing.
Right. But there's space between them, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
They're
you
not
can
like
move there.
crowded. Yeah. I'm going to go up there on the dais with him.
Okay.
And I say, I'm sorry, Siosa, but I feel like I don't want this to go to waste. I see what it did to this man, but maybe with time, it can be put to better use.
That's fine. I just don't want to fight all these animals.
Will you take any action other than moving and speaking?
No, I'll just be ready. I guess I'll take of action.
Suma.
I'm gonna I'll go up behind Bjorn and say, if you put that on, I will take it with your head.
Okay.
Well, it's not on.
It's not on now, so you are safe. But if you put that on, I will take it with your head.
All right. Don't get your pasties in a twist.
My pasties are in a hard twist. Thank you very much.
Okay. A hard twist. Got it. Laylith, you are last.
Power is ever seductive, my friend, but its corrupting powers. I understand what you are feeling, but do not believe that this is the time or the place.
Yeah. I know.
Are you also moving to the dais?
No, I'm just going to stay here towards the back of the animal,
Okay.
facing you, right?
They are mostly not facing you. No, they were all in the process of charging Bjorn. Then he took the crown off, and they kind of hesitated. Bjorn had asked this bear what he should do with it.
So I'm not going to do any movements, but I am going to use one of my actions to make a snake arrow, so that the next round, if anyone attacks, I will attack. But at this point, I'm not going to attack anything.
So Bjorn is holding the crown. The animals still look very on edge. And this one bear that you addressed and asked this question to, now it's the animal's turn. He will look right at you. He's only a few feet away at this point, and he's just going to take one paw and slam it on the ground and growl. And at the same time that he does that, a wolf moves and blocks the door.
And wait, so what? Did he slap the crown out of my hand? No.
No, he's not close enough to do that just yet. He could easily have moved in and done it, but because you asked him a question calmly, he just slammed his paw on the ground in answer to your question.
Yeah, and then a wolf enters. Pretty much blocked our path, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, yeah. I want to reread your animal communication ability real quick, but yeah. So you can read the emotion and intent of nearby animals. This is easy for you. I was just double checking how clear I need to make this for you, but you understand very clearly that the bear is telling you destroy the crown, and the wolf is telling you we're not letting you out until you do.
So, yes, Bjorn looks at the bear, looks at the wolf. It's like he almost holds on to it and it just says, "We can't let this go to waste."
The animals are going to hold their actions. You can see that if you put the crown on, they're definitely going to attack you.
I'll just take
because obviously I don't know what the animals are doing, right?
You can't read it as clearly as he can, but it's not that hard either.
Okay.
Bjorn's gonna. I mean, if it gets to Bjorn's turn, he's gonna try to just leave with the crown.
Yes, I said they're holding their action, so that means it's now your turn. You're gonna move towards the door?
Yeah. I just say, well, if the wolf's still there, I'm gonna talk to the wolf. Bjorn's gonna talk to the wolf and say, you're gonna have to. I know this is not easy, especially since that guy messed it up. But I definitely felt and saw what happened to him. And I promise you, I'm not going to put it on. I want to study it. and use it for good. But you're gonna have to trust me. And hopefully with my intent, you'll see that I'm saying the truth.
I would like you to roll a wits check, please.
Which check?
Yeah.
Which one's the flex die again? The 10?
Flex dice D10, yeah, unless you spent something to raise it.
Okay, so 9. No. The flex die is only a 10, right?
Yeah, that's right.
If it hits that, no. I got a 6 on the flex die. So 9. 9 total.
wits?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. 9's pretty good. You have a D6 in wits, so
Yep.
9 is...
And my value is 5.
Yeah, so 9's pretty high.
And I just say, humans and beasts used to be equal, and I want to try to make that come back to what it used to be.
The animals... This is what you sense from them. You have convinced them to let you leave, but just barely. They don't believe you.
And I say, if you don't believe me, feel free to watch me for the rest of my life. In my room, in my window, in my home, whether that be a fox, a wolf, a bird, a bear, you are always welcome in my domain.
I think that is probably more complex than they can understand. Because they're not smarter.
I basically what I'm trying to convey is that they can follow me to the ends of the earth and keep watch over me.
Yeah, I get it.
As much as they want. You know.
I think they will do that anyways if you take the crown.
I know, but I'm just trying to create trust here.
So you guys you're able to move towards the door, but every animal in this room continues to menace you. Basically what you've done is talk them out of instantly attacking, but they are still all like back arched, lips curled. They are your enemies if you take this crown out of here. You can now choose to walk out the door if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. This is this is gonna be like Bjorn's quest to like make this thing, make this item like beneficial to both beasts and human, basically. So they can be mad as much as they want, but as long as I don't, fight them, I have done no wrong.
You are at the door.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you are free to follow him at this time. The animals are not concerning themselves with the rest of you.
I'm going to keep my distance. I'm not going to go up to Bjorn and walk out in solidarity. I'm going to walk behind. Making sure that I have enough awareness of every animal in the room. And I'm just going to watch what happens as he leaves, but also make my way to the exit.
I'm just going to follow.
I don't trust him either. I can feel the tension in the animals, and I think it's a bad idea as well.
Lilith?
I too follow, but if the animals are following, I'm going to follow behind, because if they make attack, then I want to have my prep snake arrow ready to go.
The animals do not move immediately to follow.
To Bjorn.
Sorry, your connection is really bad. What'd you say?
Oh. About
think-
this.
We might say that again.
Oh, are you sure about this?
Yes, I'm sure. This magic is strong.
Yes,
And-
and I approve of the knowledge you seek, but be aware that though knowledge is power, power corrupts.
We
This is
each
true.
have our treasures. I understand.
So Bjorn's out. Siotha follows him. Suma's keeping her distance, and Layla. The animals are not following. So does that mean you go after Suma?
Oh no, I'm going out with Bjorn.
Okay. Suma, you said you were keeping your distance, so you're following a good ways back after the others leave, yeah?
Yes, I am.
So what you see ahead of you as Bjorn walks out, followed by Siosa and Layla, and then you come out as well and see them ahead of you in the hallway that you guys got here through. This crown that Bjorn is holding, the antlers on it start to change shape, and they wrap around his hands and wrists and start to grow into his skin. Bjorn, you feel this happening to your body. By the time you can tell what's happening, it's too late to stop it. This thing is growing into your body. And what happens is, as the antlers grow through your skin, it sort of disassembles itself where you were holding the band part of the crown, and grows up through your body, and antlers start to burst out of you, out of your shoulders, out of your chest, out of your back, out of your head, and the crown reforms itself around your head. And you are now cursed by the crown of Albinus, and the door behind you to the room where the animals all were slammed shut, sealing you off from them. But Suma, what you see ahead of you as soon as this crown happens, another force seems to appear. Bjorn, you have a sense sorcery ability, and it's going off the radar, off the charts with this crown, all this Jebel Sag magic, but something much worse, something much darker infests this hallway. Suma, ahead of you, everything goes black.
Jesus.
And then everything goes black where you are as well.
By
You
Karn!
You all lose consciousness.
Oh, great.
Bjorn, well, no, I don't need to tell you this. You'll find out. But all of you begin to wake up one at a time. You don't know how long it's been. Maybe a moment, maybe days. There's no way to know. You're very disoriented. As your senses come to life, you realize one thing above all other things. It is cold. Very, very cold. There's wind whipping against your face, and your extremities hurt from this cold. There's a thin coating of frost already forming on your lips. And as you open your eyes and glance around at each other, it is clear to see that you are all freezing to death. As you pull yourselves to your feet and look around, you find that you are on top of a path high up in the snow-capped mountains. The path behind you spirals down through fog, a mixture of back and forth slopes and jagged steps, eventually vanishing into misty cloud cover far below. There is no further path up, but glancing skyward reveals a snowy peak crowned with gray skies. None of you recall the climb here. None of you recall anything beyond what just happened in Jebel Sog's temple. But somehow, it seems like that was a really long time ago. Maybe month. You think it about poison or dark magic or other possibilities for what could have happened, but none of that really seems as important as finding shelter right now. I will ask all of you to roll a wits check, please.
Don't forget to roll your flex die.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a failure on my part. I just rolled a 1.
Okay.
I also rolled a 1. But I got a 10 on my flex die, so I'm going to re-roll.
Okay.
Or automatic success. That's what I'll take.
Okay.
6 for wits.
I got 1.
Whoa, 3 1s. Holy moly. But we redid one of them with an automatic success. So those of you who did not roll 1s or who countered your 1s, notice upon the mountainside, not too far from where you are, a small crack. And as you all rush towards it, you see that it opens into a cave. And this is more than just a lucky find, it seems, because there is an already lit torch just inside. Someone must be here. What happens now?
I'm going to approach the cave, and I'm going to smell, and I'm going to look around, and I'm going to look for tracks.
Is there anything else in the cave besides the torch?
Yes, I'm able to see perfectly in low light conditions and navigate in pitch darkness. What do I see or sense?
I swear, Yuri, when you built this character, you should have just tattooed "I have dark vision" on your forehead.
I'm not even an elf.
We should have a symbol where we just draw an eyeball when we have that.
So-
I need night vision goggles.
There.
Looking in, Lilith, you see that there is a large cavern that this crack opens up into. There is... It proceeds on a good 300 feet from where you're standing, and you can hear nothing inside other than the drip of water.
I do not hear any other living creature in this cavern. For now, I believe it might be safe-ish. Come, let us warm ourselves, companions and friends, and take stock of where we are and where to go.
Does Bjorn still have the crown on his head?
The crown is on his head, and the antlers are still growing out of his chest and shoulders.
I was going to ask that next. Okay.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Bjorn?
Yeah, how am I feeling?
You feel disoriented. The corruption that you experienced in the crown when you first put it on, you can feel it now fighting to take over your body.
Also, hasn't taken over yet.
It seems as though this is going to be a constant battle for as long as you have it. Essentially, you don't know what it's doing to you in terms of like game mechanics, what the effect is, but it's doing something. And it basically, I would say it just makes you feel sick. It makes you feel uneasy. not in a way that is definable, but you're not.
Can I
You
try to
just don't
take it
feel
off?
like yourself. I'm sorry. What was that?
Can I try to take it off?
Yes, you can try to take it off. Roll me a grit check. You need to hit 10 here to get this crown off.
Hmm. 8. No.
Nope, you can't get it off. It hurts too much when you try to pull it, and you have to stop.
Hey, can one of you guys try to help me get this off?
Can I, if I have life leech, am I able to leech the power of this crown in any
No.
way?
No, you can leech Bjorn's life, but not the crown.
That would solve the problem.
I'm gonna turn to Bjorn and say, I already told you how I would remove that crown.
Oh, motherfucker.
Suma, let's not go to extremes.
I mean,
Look what he has done. Do you think this will not taint us in some way? Having him as a companion who has been cursed?
Are
We have
you guys
no
having
idea.
this? Are you guys having this conversation outside in the snow?
No, I'm
I
inside the. I'm inside
Okay,
the
'cause
entrance.
not one
smelling
person
and-
has said they've gone in yet.
Oh, yes, I've gone in. Sorry.
Sorry, I was right inside smelling and tracking and.
All right.
And point of clarification, while we were unconscious, did this bring up, was this sort of like a recovery for us?
Yes, you guys are. You guys get all your stamina back to normal, back to starting level because it's a new session, and yeah, it did count as a recovery as well. Basically, you're back at full for the start of the session.
Okay.
hmm.
So continue your squabble, my dears.
He is the one that decided to dance with the devils.
I'll help you. I'll help try to get it off of you.
It is
Bjorn.
more common than you might think.
Dancing with devils.
How
My
will you try to?
friend.
How will you
And
try to
as
help
the-
him,
as-
Celsa?
I'm so mad right now. I'm just gonna walk in, punched, protectively into the cave, and just I'm so mad.
Okay.
Like
Disgusting.
deeper in.
Celsa, how are you going to try to help?
I'm looking to see in my inventory if I've got something. I don't have gloves or anything. I'm gonna pull my shirt sleeves over my hands because I don't want to touch it with my bare hands.
Okay.
And does it have horns as well, or is crown?
The crown? Yeah, it has antlers all over it. Yeah.
Okay? Then I'm gonna grab a couple of those and I'm gonna give it a good yank.
And I'm assuming Bjorn is also gonna try and push it off.
Yeah, at the same time.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Celsa helping is gonna lower. Well, no, it's gonna give you a +2 to re-roll that grit. But this will be the last time you can try it for this scene.
Okay. +2?
+2.
No.
Uh,
Yeah, it's well, I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 this time.
oh.
Bummer.
Well, maybe if we weren't so cold, Bjorn. Let's warm up. We'll warm up and we'll try again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys all enter this cavern. Like Layla saw, it's about 300 feet that it continues on into the mountain. You probably want to get away from the entrance as you come in because it is very cold still. Other than the occasional drip of thawing ice and the echo of your own footsteps, there's not much in here to see or hear. Eventually, the rough, natural cavern walls become smooth, as though they've been carved. And a little further than that, the walls become a mixture of stone blocks and ornate pillars. Ahead, you see a source of natural light. You emerge into a much larger space and see a huge chasm, like an abyss ahead of you. Nearly as astounding as the size of this chasm, however, are the walls. They've all been supported with stone and brick. It's as though someone hollowed out the mountain. Surely not a feat possible by the hands of mortals. There's light pouring in through 2 holes in the side of the mountain, which also allows in wind which whispers around the cavern, echoing and howling as it rolls down this seemingly bottomless chasm. Before you, you see a massive staircase that tapers off into the darkness of the mountain below you. You wonder why someone would have created such a thing in such an inhospitable place, but distant sounds carried by the wind suggest that someone or something is down there. And quick question, did anyone pick up that torch at the entrance?
I was going to mention that I grabbed it.
I was going to mention I was going to bring out my torch.
I did not pick it up.
Okay. Suma, you are free to light your own torch, but if Siasa is going to grab the other one anyway, you don't currently need more light.
Okay. How's the temperature, though?
It's a lot warmer than it was. It's still pretty cold, because, you know,
Could my own torch help me stay a little bit more warm?
As long as you are inside the cavern, you are not in physical danger from the cold.
Okay. All right. Then I'll save my torch.
I have a cloak. I'm going to offer that to Suma since she's just wearing pasties. Even though she's being mean to Bjorn, I'll say we all have our struggles, Suma. And I'll hand
I am not being mean. I am being realistic. He's turning into one of his beasts.
So am I. We're all beasts, Suma. You're being beastly right now. Put on the cloak.
I'll wear your cloak.
His eye out.
I have no qualms with you.
I'm not qualming with you. I'm giving you my cloak for a moment.
I know. I have no qualms with you, so I will take your cloak.
Good.
Thank you.
Cover up.
Okay. Yeah, this place is huge. It is either go back the way you came out of the cave and try and see if you can get down the mountain that way, or descend this staircase inside.
I descend the staircase. I'm not doing no climbing.
No, I think it's best to be inside because it's cold outside.
Staircase to me.
Suddenly, as you guys descend this staircase, you guys start to take a step onto it. Darkness falls all over the cave. From the shadows of the mountain cave above, a flood of bats comes down. As they plummet downward, they block out much of the light entering through the holes, which makes them very hard to see. You can't make them out very well except for Lalith, and what you see suggests that these are not normal bats. They are much larger. And they are swarming towards you guys in a manner that suggests to Bjorn that they're not keen to have you in here at all. There are 4 cave bat swarms coming at you guys. Let's please roll initiative again.
Okie dokie.
Guardian bats, my friends. Guardian bats. Worse than
9.
guardian dogs. That is a 9.
Yeah,
9
9 as
for-
well.
So,
I have 6.
okay, I'm gonna say Suma goes before Lalith just because she spoke first.
Yep.
And 6 for Siasa. And how about Bjorn?
I got 6 on the dice, so 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Okay. So, Suma, Lalith, and Bjorn all got 9, and that's the order you're going to go in. Theosa last. The bats got 14. We don't have a map for this one. We're just gonna theater of the mind it. So there is a swarm of bats coming for each of you.
Can I see them? Can I see them?
Not as clearly as Lalith. It's just a cloud of moving blackness to you.
I'm like, to your left, darling, to your left.
Well,
I'm gonna pull my bow then. I'm definitely gonna pull out my bow.
We're in initiative. It's their turn. The bats are attacking.
Okay.
First, Suma. Probably gonna miss. That's 5 to hit.
Nope. Miss.
All right. One more. No, you know what? They had to spend one action getting to you, so just the one attack. And next, they will attack Lalith. A different swarm will attack Lalith. That's 8 to hit. Okay. That's 6 damage.
Like, can I say that I despise bats almost as much as I despise snakes?
Bjorn, does 6 hit you? Probably not.
6 physical?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. Okay.
Yeah.
6 damage. Don't forget, if you have armor, to subtract that.
Uh-huh.
And lastly, Siasa. That is 9 to hit you.
I have 9 physical defense, exactly.
Okay. I believe it's meter beat. Let me see. Combat, initiative, attacks. Well, for now, we'll just say yes, it is. They're going to do 5 damage to you.
Okay.
And now it is your turn, Suma.
All right. So I roll. I got 11 to hit.
Okay. Attacks that target a bat swarm incur a -1 modifier from their Wings in Darkness ability. However, that's still way over it. So roll damage, please.
Okay. 9.
All right.
And I'm
You
gonna
have-
screech like a bat.
Yeah, you've done some good damage to them. However, these are not minions, these swarms. So you're going to have to get through their life points to kill them. Lalith, you're up.
All right. So as I imagine these bats are swarming me, I raise up my hands and I try to leech the life out of them. I'm going to make a sorcery attack against them.
Okay.
That is a 4 plus 6, 10. Does 10 hit?
Yes.
All right. Shoot. Okay, that is 7 points of damage.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep. You see some bats fall out of the swarm. They're dead, but not all of them. Bjorn, it is your turn.
How many bats are on me?
One swarm, which it's a vague number, but a cloud of bats, basically.
Lotus miasma storm.
Okay. That's
2
a
actions.
sorcery attack, right?
2 actions. Sorcery attack. Close range damage equal to Wit +3. It's just my wit die, right?
Yeah.
So 6 damage. And it ignores AR.
Right, but you have to roll the hit first. It's a sorcery attack. So you roll your wits, which you just did. Make sure you add your wit value, and that's your attack roll.
Oh, guys, have been taking your second actions?
No, I didn't. But I'll just say that my scream was my second action.
Love it.
Oh, okay. So that was 8 to hit.
That hits.
So now do I roll the damage?
Yeah.
That's 1 better. So 4 plus 5, 6, 7. 7 damage. Ignores armor. To everything. And if they suffer 5 or more damage, they get poisoned.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, I'm just noticing this now, actually, that it says hits all non-undead characters, including allied characters in range.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So it was 7 damage.
Yep.
You all take 7 damage.
Wait, what
Except
did
for
But
Bjorn.
but it says range close though.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just shooting at the bats in front of me. I'm not shooting at my friends.
But it hits. Let me find the range.
what was the attack again? Because I do have sorcery defense. Is it like an automatic hit?
No, it's not an automatic hit, but he rolled again. Okay. So,
Range close.
yeah, close is 1 further out from touch. So if you guys are if you guys are traveling near each other as you move, they're in close range.
But
Yeah,
our sorcery our sorcery defense works, doesn't it?
What does sorcery defense say? Well, let me. You mean your?
What was his to hit? Is what I want to know.
Oh, right. That's what you're asking.
Correct.
Yeah, it is worded confusingly now that we're getting into the nitty gritty of it, because it says that it hits all. It hits all non-undead characters in range, but you're making a sorcery attack. I guess, yeah. Do you remember what the attack roll was? I guess we'll apply it separately for everyone.
8.
8.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn it.
I just brushed it off. I'm like, Bjorn, please be
Added
careful.
+1 to both of those and got hit twice now.
I just want you to know, if you cause me damage with your spell, I am going to be even more pissed.
Well, again,
You guys might need to hold me back.
I feel like I was shooting it in front of me, but that's fine.
Okay, we'll do this for this one.
Maybe it's the curse.
We'll just say that you were standing further away from the group and it didn't hit all of them. But for future reference, this does hit all characters in close range, regardless of where they are. Like in front of you, to the side, it doesn't matter. It's
Well, how
goes
big
out.
is this? Are we in the open now in the cavern?
We
Like,
were
is
on
it-
the
is it still in
stairs,
the
I
path?
thought.
Are they big stairs? Because
So this
Who else
attack,
or Suma, sorry.
this attack began when Layla set foot on the stairs.
Okay, and how much of a space is that? Because I think Suma is going to stay really far away from Bjorn. I mean, I
Well,
don't.
this was
think
this was a huge cavern. I mean, it's several
Okay.
football fields big. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to go anywhere near Bjorn until I
So
attack him.
for this one, like I said, we'll just say Bjorn was standing far enough away from the rest of you that you don't get hit by this thing. But the bats do.
Okay.
It was 7 damage, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now, this says duration. What that means in this game is whatever it says after duration, that's what you have to spend to keep it going. So when your next turn comes around, you can spend a life point and 2 actions to deal that same damage again. And because you dealt more than 5 damage, this bat swarm is poisoned as well, which is going to give it more debuffs. It's going to get -1. It's going to lose a life point at the end of every round. It can't spend stamina, which it can't do anyway. So yeah, this is a good spell for these guys. That's Bjorn Siasa.
Okay. So when I saw these bats coming, I pulled out my scimitar.
All right.
And that is what I'm going to use against these things as they close in on me. And my first roll is a 1 to attack, so that does nothing.
That's correct.
So I will swing again. And this time I roll 10.
That hits.
And then... What was it? Four damage.
Copy that. Okay. The bats continue to swarm around you guys. All this damage that you've dealt to them, essentially, I'm just going to flavor this as each life point you take off them is a bat you've killed out of the swarm. So there's a lot of dead bats on the ground now, but there's still also quite a few of them up, swarming around, trying to attack you. The swarm engaged with Suma will attack her first. That is 9 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, you are going to take... That's cocked. You are going to take 4 damage.
4 damage, all right.
Next, Lilith will be attacked. 6 to hit.
That meets my defense of 6, so I guess it hits.
Yes, and that's going to be... Also, I forgot to take second actions for them. That's going to be 6 damage for you. Second action. I'll roll both of those swarms' second actions. Suma, they definitely hit you that time for 7 more damage. And Lilith, that's 9, right? That hits you?
9 hits me, yeah.
Okay, so that's another 6 damage to you. Bjorn's next. That's 8 to hit. Is that hit? Okay. Damage is 8. And for the second attack, that's the same roll, so that also hits. And damage for that one is 4. 12 total. And lastly, Siasa, 5 to hit.
Nope, I have a 9. Physically.
And I rolled the same number again. So they all swarm you guys. They're biting, clawing, running into you with their wings, sharp impacts. And really, it's just this cacophony of squeaking, shrieking blackness. And it hurts. Everyone except Siasa, who somehow dodges them all.
Aimed at him with the torch.
Suma, it is your turn. Don't forget your 2 actions.
All right. Let me see. I'm going to do the bow again.
Okay.
Let's see. That's 8 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. I'm just rolling my flex. Didn't get it. And then I went 7. 7 damage.
Good hit. You've got a lot
And
of
then
bats
what
here.
I'm going to do as my second action is I'm going to even move even farther away from Bjorn so that I always have him in front of me so I can have my eyes on him. So if I do have to attack him, I have a good visual.
It is Bjorn with a Y sound.
Bjorn.
There you
What'd I
go.
say? Bjorn?
Bjorn.
Bjorn. I have. So I'm gonna scoot away. Try to keep.
right.
If there is a wall, keep it to my back.
Cool. You'd have to go pretty far to get to a wall, but you can move away.
Okay. So
Lilith, you're up.
I am going to spend another stamina point and make a sorcery attack to leech the life out of the remaining swarm around me.
Go for it.
Shoot, that is a fail. I am going to use my second action. No, I'm going to spend another stamina point to do hit and run. And I'm going to make an attack action followed by 2 move actions. So I'm going to do life leech once more, and I'm not going to have any more stamina at this point. So hopefully this hits. 2. Does an 8 hit?
Yes.
Okay, and let me roll for damage. Ooh, that's damage. That is a 6 plus 6 is 12 points of damage to the swarm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do 2 move actions to run forward as fast as I can out of this swarm. I do not like bats either.
What do you like?
Bats, bubbles, preferably glass of wine, a
Well,
book
you
of
killed it.
arcane knowledge.
Cool. You killed a lot of bats. They have dropped to the ground dead. But their swarm is not completely destroyed. Bjorn, as we move to your turn, you start to see the swarm that has been engaging you. They still are, as a whole, they're still fighting you, but some of them have stopped fighting you and are instead sort of swarming in a circle around your head.
Can I, do I have to maintain the spell?
You don't have to. That's a choice. If you want to, then it costs you, what does it say, 1 life point and something else. I turned away from the page.
2 actions.
Well, are my friends near me?
No,
not.
we established that they're all far enough away. So basically, continuing this spell will just do the same 7 damage that you did to them again. Also, they lost one already because they're under the poisoned condition. So they lost one at the end of the round.
All right, I'm going to spend 1 life point and 2 actions to do it again.
Okay. You have also dropped quite a few bats. Cool. And you notice something as you concentrate on that spell. As some of the bats drop out of the cloud, being killed by your miasma. All of the ones that drop dead are not the ones that started circling your crown. Those bats remain unharmed. Siasa, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to use my scimitar on them again.
All right.
9.
9 hits.
And 3 damage.
I'm sorry, how much?
3 damage.
3. Okay. So we are at the end of the round now, which means... Oh, wait, you have another action.
Yeah, I was going to say, I get 1 more action.
My bad. Go for it.
And 9 again.
Hit.
2.
Cool. Okay, so at the end of the round here, after the poisoned bat drops out of Bjorn's cloud, Suma has 9 bats remaining. Lilith has 6. Bjorn has 9, and Siosa still has 16 bats in your swarm.
Okay, so when we attack and we do damage to one bat, or how does that work again? Our damage?
So the way I'm just sort of flavoring it, the bat swarm has 1 stat block as a swarm. So the way I'm flavoring it is each life point is 1 bat is what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes it more real.
Wow, my 12
easier.
damage last time didn't kill all those bats?
No. There were more than 12 bats.
Well, I guess since Yosa has 16 left.
Hey, Misery's here in the chat. Yeah, well, Siosa's just been shooting at him with arrows. It's the bat's turn now. So here they come. Angry, mad at the loss of their friends.
Actually, Siosa's been using her scimitar.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were using a bow.
No, Suma is using a bow. Siosa is using her scimitar.
I thought you were both using bows.
Nope.
Well, never mind then. In that case, it makes no sense, because how do you kill multiple bats with 1 shot? I don't know.
They get in the way, you know. My arrows are just so powerful they can shoot right through one and into another, since they're swarming all together.
You skewer them.
So the swarm that Lilith just moved away from is gonna do 2 moves to follow. So you move 2 movements away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're coming after you, but that leaves them nothing to attack with. Suma, your swarm is following you. Did you also move last turn?
Yeah, I did. Farther away from Bjorn.
They're following you. Yeah, that was on purpose. We all know. They're following you. And then I think what you guys are going to see now is the swarm that is attacking Bjorn. The remaining bats in that swarm are all just going to start orbiting his head and cease attacking. And then Siasa, they're coming for you. Yours, not his.
Figured.
7 to hit.
Nope. I dodge.
And they absolutely whiff the next one. Crit fail.
I'm swinging that torch like crazy. They don't like fire.
Okay. 1 more bat drops off out of Bjorn's cloud from the poison condition. Suma, your turn.
Okay. So I am going to actually use my walking staff to whiff at them. Let's see. 7 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, and then with my staff, my spear, 1d6. That's 8.
Okay.
And I got 8, and I got a 10 on my flex.
So what do you want to do with it?
Well, what would be... How many bats do I have? 9?
You have 9 bats left, and you've just killed 8 of them. If you buff it to massive damage, you will kill all of them.
Then I'm just going to buff it to massive damage.
All right, so it's way overkill, because you only needed 1 more point, but there's no thing for that.
Right.
Yeah, so your swarm of bats drops. You somehow pin them all to the wall with 1 arrow.
Nice. Well, that was
just your
actually
first action.
That was my staff that I just did that with. So
okay, but
all my anger and frustration.
That was just your first action, right?
It was.
What do you want to do next?
Can I move towards Siosa so I can help with her? Will help with her bats if it comes to it.
Yeah, you can.
I'm
Move
doing
towards her.
just fine.
Oh, you can't handle anything without me. You know better. Hi, Crom.
Who the hell is Crom?
I heard a big burly black-haired guy with a hairy breast tell me that once. By Crom. I liked it.
Lilith, you're up.
So I'm huffing and puffing. I'm all out of stamina. And then I'm like, be gone, you foul rodents. And I'm going to spend life points to create a snake arrow. And I'm going to make an attack against them.
Do it.
5 plus... Does 9 hit?
Yeah.
All right. And that is...
It hits either way, but is that a sorcery attack or a physical one? Just out
Well,
of
first it's
curiosity.
a ranged attack. Well, I used one action to make a ranged attack that's a snake. And then since it hits, it's going to do an additional d6 of damage.
Okay.
So, let me... And they become poisoned. Okay, so that is 2 plus 4, 6, 12 points of damage.
They're all gone.
Oh, yes. I'm like, be gone, you foul rodents! And my snake just sort of like falls from my arrow and just gobbles up all the bats.
Outstanding.
Nice.
Bjorn, you are not being attacked and you don't know why.
Well, I could probably guess, right?
Well, yeah, you definitely are feeling a sense of connection to the bats through the crown, yeah.
Well, and I asked the bats if they can help me take this crown off.
I like that. They will. What you sense as you try to do that is this is not a crown for asking. This is a crown for telling. If you choose to, you can link with the crown and command the bats to help you take it off. One action to attune, and then one to send the command. Yeah.
No, because I feel like Bjorn would realize that if he tries to attune, then it's probably be harder to take off.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to just ask the bats to help. And if they don't, then I'll do something else.
Yeah. Okay. Roll a wits check. We'll see if they decide to help you.
Man, whenever I ask the animals for help, that's when the wits doesn't come out right. Oh, man.
Comes out in barks and chirps, right?
No, I got one on the die. But
Bummer.
can I try to actually do an action now?
Yeah. Did you roll flex for that though?
I did. It was 8.
All right.
I'm gonna if you allow me, bears live in caves, right?
Yeah, all the time.
So summon a bear. I'm gonna command this bear to help take this crown off my head with its bear strength. So I'm gonna use up 10
life points.
10 life points, yeah.
Okay. This bear comes out. You summon a bear from the darkness of this cave, and it is different. It is different than any other bear you have ever seen. First of all, it's huge. It's almost the size of an elephant. its fur is long and ragged, as though it is different lengths all over its body. Like it's got a bad haircut, kind of. And it's way too furry. Like the fur is too long, almost like woolly mammoth fur. Its teeth are long, like saber-toothed tiger length teeth and fangs. It is a bear, but it's just this. It's like this extra strong, primal, huge version of a bear, something from ages past. And as it comes towards you, you've commanded it to help you take this crown off. Now, in Conan, we're supposed to do the rule of threes, which in general terms means I, as the GM, am encouraged to decide whether you get a 1, 2, or 3 bonus to something. I'm going to say because of the type of bear that this is and where you are, you're actually going to get a 4.
Wow.
I'm breaking the rule of threes. So this is going to be a +4 to your grit check. The reason this is a grit check for you and not a strength check is because you have to push through the pain of ripping this thing off your head. But the bear's assistance is giving you a +4 to the grit check.
Okay. +4. +4. Okay, sweet. So the flex die came up a 10.
Okay.
Thank God. On the dice, it was a 4. And my grit is 5, so that would have been 9, and then plus another 4 would have been 13.
13, yes.
But since I got a... But I did get the critical on the flex.
If I were you, I'd put that into stamina because your roll was high enough without it.
Okay. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, you rip this thing off, and this bear, as it takes this crown, smashes it to smithereens, and it hurts so much because of all the antlers that had grown through your body, particularly, like they were under your skin all over. And as they come out, they don't rip out as one rigid thing like you would expect an antler to do. It's almost like as they pass under your skin, they become flexible like tentacles. And as this bear rips this thing off your head and you're helping by pushing, just screaming in pain, it just tears up your body real bad. And I'm going to roll a d12 for damage on you. 7 points of damage, bypassing your armor. But the crown is off. And so here's what that means. Had you had it on, you would not have been able to gain any more XP for as long as you had it. That's the curse. Now that it's destroyed, the bats that were swarming you around you fly off into the darkness. And so do all the other bats. And you all see this horrific crown thing with all of its tentacles and parts just sort of fall to the ground and slither. But something happens to the pieces that are on the ground. It's almost like a shadow moves out from the chasm below you and grabs them all up, and they disappear into the darkness.
And as I see all this,
That
Suma
is-
visibly relaxes.
Yes.
No
Also-
longer is giving you death glares.
Thank you.
Yep. Now he's just very hurt, and the bats have left. The cave bear sort of hangs around a little bit, but there being no combat anymore is not terribly interested, and is going to wander off in a minute.
Dang, Bjorn. I can't believe you survived something like that.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
And I'll let
That
you
was
know,
smart.
Bjorn, with your sense sorcery, you are now sure that whatever it is that brought you to this odd place is not the same thing that was in that crown. The magical force that enveloped you guys in that hallway as you left Albinus's chamber was a separate darkness from this corruption that was in Jebel Sog's crown. The fact that it found you while you had the crown was a coincidence, but it has nonetheless claimed these pieces of the crown. And now that the crown is off you, you're able to distinguish that. It was harder when you were trying to sense through the crown. But that's a halfway point here, so we're going to go ahead and take our break for 10 minutes, and we'll come back and see if you guys continue down these steps.
But of course.
Break time. See you guys in 10 minutes, viewers. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
Welcome back. Sorry for the delay. When your players live in the exact same type of treacherous environment you just described in the game, sometimes it takes a little longer to get back on break.
We had to traipse through the cold and the wind just to use the facilities.
Well, right when you were talking about getting cold and frosty, the fire was dying. And I'm sort of going,
did I talk to you guys about thermal mass? I think I talked to you guys.
No.
I might have talked to you guys about it last week in the pregame. It's just a thing I saw on YouTube about how old houses used to be built in a way that stored heat better,
yeah.
like hundreds of years ago houses.
Yeah.
Well, they had to.
Yeah. Well, also, it was just the construction techniques at the time were huge logs or stone. So the walls had a ton of mass, which holds the heat, and it requires less fuel over time to keep that house livable than a modern house.
Which would be really nice, honestly, because it is so expensive.
Yeah,
Just
I'll bet.
Just to
wood-
keep the house warm. Wood is expensive, double in price. It's crazy.
it doubled in price. It almost killed me.
Oh,
I almost had a heart attack.
wow.
$2,000 for a cord.
Oh my gosh. Well,
We need 4, so there you go.
on that happy note, we are back. I want to say hello to Edward, a good friend of the channel, occasional co-star, who's just showed up in the Twitch chat right as we went to break. Glad you're here, bud. We're playing Conan, obviously. And Chris, I'm sorry I bogarted your ban.
What?
I banned someone, and Misery is like, I was gonna get him.
Oh,
It was just a bot.
I got
And over in the YouTube chat, we have other Chris and Kim. I don't know if these guys are still here, but they were here earlier.
guys.
And DP for Mental Health, who I believe is the same person that joined the Discord just now. So thanks a
Oh,
lot.
good. I'm glad she did. I'm glad
Yeah,
she
I'm
did.
glad to see everyone. It's nice when I know it's not a bot.
Right.
Well, yeah, because bots are lame.
So you guys have just done battle with a swarm of weird giant bats. Bjorn summoned a weird giant bear to help him rip off this cursed crown of Jebel Sog. Bjorn is now very hurt. I believe you said 9 life points now. And the rest of you, I think, are all at least a little hurt. But you still remain standing at the top of this dark chasm with this staircase leading down. And again, the proportions of this cavern are cyclopean. That just a huge space in here. They've hollowed out the entire mountain. This chasm, as it goes down, seems to be worked in brick. It's not natural cavern wall at all. Some great, powerful entity or entities have brickworked the whole thing.
Interesting.
Might we take a moment to recover ourselves?
Is it safe?
You may take a recovery. You're only going to get 1 for this tale.
Oh, might as well take it now.
I think
Yeah.
Warren at 9 points needs it. And then if we take a recovery, do we regain stamina points?
You gain 1 stamina point, and up to half of your maximum life points.
Okay.
At least I have 1 stamina point.
Now, I think a couple of you have abilities that increase what you take, so it's up to half of your maximum life points, plus whatever those abilities gives you. It's like plus 1 or 2 every time you heal.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
I get 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
So plus 4.
Either way, I'm topped off everywhere.
Me too.
Not I. I'm missing stamina.
How do you gain stamina?
Well, you just gain
Besides
1
rest?
right now by taking a
You
Taking
can
a
get it
recovery.
flex die.
yeah, you can get one on,
Oh, right,
on a flex die success. So the interesting thing about the game is there's actually no maximum stamina. If you get a 10 on the flex every time you roll it, you can have as many stamina as you want, but it resets back to normal at the start of the next session.
Gotcha.
All right. So you are now free to descend these stairs. It looks long, and the steps were not made for the average human. They're big, is what I'm saying. They're big steps. You can step down from one to the other, but it's almost like climbing off a short wall each time.
So it's almost like they were made for something that's not humanoid size.
Correct.
Well, Siosa, if you want me to take the torch, I'll lead.
Sure, just don't burn my cloak. I've pulled off many a heist in that cloak.
Well, what's the temperature inside now?
It's cold, but you're not going to die.
Okay. I might give it back because I think it would kind of restrict my movements and I don't like to be confined. So I think I'll give it back. That's why I don't wear clothes in the first place.
Yeah.
Uh,
Sure.
I enjoy that we've had talks in the Discord a couple of times about how Conan in the stories is rarely as naked as he is on the artwork. But Patty nonetheless went with a character that is absolutely as naked as Conan is on the artwork.
Correct. Yep. She definitely is.
All right, down you go. Were you about to say something there, Bjorn?
oh, wanted to see sense sorcery.
Yeah. I think you can sense like sort of a dull hum of some sort of dark magic down below. But it's whatever it is has already pervaded this place to the point where it's kind of ambient even in the room you're already in.
All right, I just let everyone know to watch out. There's some sort of dark magic down there.
Well, yes, we saw it grab that mess of a crown.
Correct.
Crom knows what's going on.
Just keep your eyes open.
Always.
Well, I will ask every one of you for a grit check, difficulty 8, to avoid exhaustion here.
Oh boy.
Even though we just rested, how long are we walking?
It goes down a very long way, and as I described, the steps are so big it's almost like climbing down a wall each time you go down a step. So,
But we could take breaks, right? Like hiking breaks?
grit check, difficulty 8.
Okay,
I rolled
I
a 10.
just got it.
I got a 6. So I failed. I'm exhausted, which makes sense since I have no stamina anyway.
10 for Bjorn.
Okay. Everyone passed except Lilith, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Lilith, for everything you do except sorcery, you're going to be at a -1 for the rest of the tale.
Oh no.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
So anything physical like might or edge tests or melee attacks, non-sorcery attacks, are going to be -1.
Gotcha.
After what feels like an hour's descent, you reach the bottom and pass through an arch carved with ornate symbols from a language none of you recognize. As you enter the chamber beyond, your eyes are immediately drawn to 3 huge braziers. In fact, I can show them to you.
The time for minis.
None of your business.
Oh,
There's the minis.
My business.
Ooh,
So
nice.
what you see are these 3 huge braziers. They are lit and burning brightly. The chamber is about 150 feet long in total, with raw mountain stone along one side and expertly crafted stonework on the other, which is camera side. And there's another hole in the mountainside above, letting in a beam of white light. Alongside the braziers, there's this tall sculpture. This mini doesn't really match the description, but pretend he is robed instead of armored, of a figure wearing a crown. You presume some sort of monarch from an ancient civilization. And then facing the braziers out here, a large pool of still blue water that reflects the light of the chamber. You all enter from this direction. There's Suma, Theosa, Lilith, and Bjorn.
can I see anything in that water? Can I tell how deep it is, or if there's little fish in it or anything?
Give me an edge check to examine the water. It's going to be difficulty 10, though.
All right. I rolled a 11.
Nice.
Okay. So you catch it out of the corner of your eye, actually, at first. But once you know to look for it, you can see it. This water, which at first appeared to be perfectly still, actually has an occasional ripple passing through it from various directions.
I'm going to back up a little bit and say there might be creatures in this water. I forgot to outside player to GM. My rope and hook were hanging 20 feet above the floor. Is that still back in that cavern?
Yes.
Damn it. Okay. Let me take that off then. All right. That's cleared up. So yeah, I back up a little bit and let everybody know what I see.
I back up as well. And as I do that, I would like to examine the brazier closest to me.
Give me a wits check.
Would that also be a -1?
In this case, no.
That is a 9.
You can't tell anything about them except that they are made of some metal that resembles gold but is much harder. And obviously it's odd that they are lit, considering there's no one in here. But beyond that, there's nothing you can tell.
Can I look at this statue? No, I don't want to touch it, but I want to try to actually look closer at it.
Okay. Give me a wits check on that to see if you can notice anything else.
Nope. I rolled a 1.
Okay. No, it's just a big statue of some sort of giant king guy.
Is there any exits, holes, openings?
Yes, if you pass the direction you're facing, out this way,
Mhm.
You can pass right through this chamber.
I think with the water movement, we should leave.
Probably.
Could be something to eat.
I don't have anything to catch it with without my rope and hook.
I don't think I'm that hungry. Something menacing about. Remember the evil that Bjorn felt? And I'll make eye contact with Bjorn and nod.
I think we should move on.
Does Bjorn sense anything in the water?
Nothing sorceress. You.
I mean like animals.
Yeah, I was gonna say you. Your connection with animals doesn't work necessarily the same way as like a sense sorcery would. It's more like just a very heightened natural empathy for how they behave. So what you know for sure is there is some sort of animal life in the water, because what else would be making these ripples? And were you to see that animal, you would be able to communicate with it. But beyond that, you don't know.
Okay.
Patty, did you turn your camera off, or is that a connection problem?
I turned it off because I left the fire door open.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. I believe Suma had suggested the group move through the room without doing anything. Do you all agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, don't need this. Good job on that edge check.
Sorry you had it all set up for us to battle.
No, I'm gonna show you, because I painted these minis today. Had any of you drunk from the water, you'd have been fighting these dudes.
Just from drinking from it?
Yeah.
We would have disturbed the water.
If
That
you
would have been a
disturb,
fun battle, but oh well.
if you disturb the water,
Rope and hook with you.
the text also, I guess you guys did fine, but I guess they've met players before, because they say if more than one PC drinks from the pool, or the water is disturbed in any other way, such as someone entering the pool or throwing a large surrounding rock into it with a might check. Which is exactly the kind of thing.
Throwing something into it.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
I've read Conan. I didn't want to mess with the water.
And there's that.
Yeah. Anyway, these guys are cool. Little Lovecraftian deep dwellers.
They're super, super cool.
Strongly, you know, those who know, it is strongly suggested throughout the text that Howard's Conan and the Lovecraft's Cthulhu are the same universe. So these would likely be the same type of being that you find in Shadow over Innsmouth.
So, can you post those close-ups in the Discord for us?
Yeah, I'll take some pictures later.
I'd be willing to do a post-game battle with them.
Heck yes.
Anyway, no, good job. You guys made a wise decision to move on. And you move to the far end of the chamber and out. So now you enter a chamber even larger than the last. You know, they've been getting bigger and bigger as you go. And the first one was 300 feet long, and so they're huge now. But to your right, there's a raging waterfall gushing from a hewn outlet and into a dugout river that runs through the cavern and out of sight into the mountain to your left. Someone at some time redirected this water here. Ahead of you, a large bridge crosses the river to an opposite platform. That bridge and the area around it is illuminated by a brilliant white light coming from 4 large braziers that burn in a clearly unnatural hue. It's basically like pale blue fire.
Mm-hmm.
On the opposite platform, the wall of the cavern is sculpted and crafted like the entrance to a temple or great hall. One second. Little glitch.
Can I inspect the bridge without touching it?
Let me finish reading the flavor text here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Then I will allow that, yes. The doorway is lit with 2 torches. This is on the opposite side of the bridge, casting orange light against the cold gray stone. Beside the doorway, there are 2 towering statues of some figure, the same figure, depicted in the previous chamber. And he can be seen holding braziers, also burning with the same white light as those beside the bridge, or pale blue light. Despite their imposing nature, there are 2 things that stand out to you above all else. First, multiple figures can be seen, like humanoid figures, some dancing, some with their hands up, chanting and wailing, others laying on the floor as though in a deep slumber. The sight of these figures, along with the encounter so far, definitely give you the urge to ready your weapons. This, however, is not the thing that grasps you most. Despite the anger and velocity of the waterfall and the cacophony of sound coming from those over the bridge, nothing sounds like it should. The ambience of the chamber sounds as if the things just over the bridge were miles away, like the rushing of a river on the horizon, and the sound of the wind carrying distant murmurs to your ears. It's all muted or distant, unnerving, unnatural, sinister. And now, you said you would like to examine the bridge. In what manner?
So I want to know, how is it fastened? Is it rope? Is it just all made out of stone, magically suspended over the water?
It is stone. It does not appear natural. It does not appear to be magical. It also does not appear to be a natural formation. It is a bridge of stone built by hands, like the outer areas that you saw of stonework. These are large blocks of stone, too big to have been made by mortal hands, but nonetheless does not appear to be magical.
And this is the only way to cross, correct? At least from what we can see.
You see no other crossing.
Okay.
And again, what's underneath the bridge?
A
Just
river. A cutout
just-
man-made river.
The cutout man. Okay.
One we do not want to enter, I would assume. Because it's fast.
assume.
Or so we are made to believe.
Correct. Bjorn, do you sense anything?
What, like magic?
Correct.
Magic.
You do. There is some sort of dull magical force right at the edge of the bridge on your side of it. And its feet, when you stretch out with your sorceress senses, you can sense this almost like a plane of magical energy all the way across the edge of the river in both directions.
Do we get a sense that the people are alive?
They're moving. Too far away to see what they look like clearly, but they're moving.
Do they appear to be like there might be in like worship?
Some of them, maybe. They have their hands up and things like that. If it's worship, it's something Dionysian.
What do you think? Do you guys think that we should backtrack, or Do you think we should cross this? And I just point at it. Cross this.
Well, we haven't turned it back yet.
What kind of magic? You said the magic is on the bridge itself?
Yeah, it actually is between you and the bridge, like right where the bridge starts is where you sense it, and spreading out sideways from there in both directions.
Can I slowly walk over to the point where I feel like this is most strongest and see if I can find anything?
Yes. It's not really a point, it's more like a plane at that spot where I described, where you almost sense like a wall of magic between you and the river.
All right. I try to press my hand against the magic. Then do I go right through?
You are able to push your hand through without difficulty.
But is the bridge reacting to that?
One moment. Sorry. I was just reading the answer to your question. No. Nothing happens.
What do you think, Bjorn?
Well, what about Lalith? Is this
What about
familiar
Lalith?
to you, Lalith?
It is not.
Man, the bridge. Does anyone have any? Does anyone have any rope?
Mine is back at the cave. The one
Wait, I think I have rope on me. Hold on.
angry animals.
I wrote that I have light adventuring gear, but I don't think that includes rope.
I don't have rope. I have no place to put it.
Let me think. Give me 1 second. I do
While
have
you
a
guys,
kit.
while you guys think, I need to step away. I forgot to grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
In my thief stick, I have like some round balls that I use to trip people up and things. We could roll them across the bridge and see if that triggers anything.
That's better than I had ideas. I mean, I'm afraid of crossing this barrier that Bjorn says he can feel.
Maybe we could shoot an arrow across it.
I could do that.
Or both.
Let's do both. Let's see if there's something in the air or on the ground.
If we had rope, we could tie each other to one rope and slowly cross.
That would
The
be nice.
magic of Bluetooth. I heard most of that. You guys want to shoot an arrow?
Oh, we want to shoot an arrow and want to roll balls across the bridge.
You have balls?
Yeah,
Little ball-bearing things.
Okay,
Siosa does.
go for it. What first?
I'll shoot my arrow first.
When you shoot your arrow, you lose sight of it very quickly. As it passes... Well, are you shooting it across the bridge or off to the side?
Yeah,
of the
across
bridge?
the bridge where we're about to walk. I assume we're about to walk.
You lose sight of the arrow as soon as it passes through
Okay.
that area that Bjorn detected.
So I don't see it even cross the bridge. It just goes through the magic and it's gone.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that doesn't bode well, does it?
No. This means that we're going to lose sight of the ball bearings, but we could still trip a trap.
Well, why don't we roll the ball bearings and see if anything happens?
I'll toss about 6 of those out across the bridge.
So, because you're just rolling some balls, they're of course moving slower than a fired arrow. So it's a little easier to track them. And what you see is they do roll safely onto the bridge, but as they get past the second half and towards the other end, your eye just sort of slips off of them and you don't see what happened to them.
Curious.
As far as you can see, none of you saw them reach the other side.
It's very strange.
Well, if we do not have rope, if we decide this is the path we take, we should hold on to each other.
I knew I should have bought a second rope.
Or a boat to traverse across the river instead of this clearly magicked bridge.
A boat? Who's going to carry it?
So, somewhere in another life, you just hear someone say, "I have a boat!"
I thought you were going to say, I have a donkey.
Well,
all right. Well,
wait.
We should all hold hands
We
as
have
we
not-
cross the bridge.
We haven't inspected the water. The bridge, obviously, there's this magical barrier, yada, yada, yada.
it's also
What about the water?
It's also spanning the water, is it not?
Yeah, what Bjorn detected is that plane of whatever it is extends across the whole edge of the river. There's no going around it.
Is it a fast-moving river?
Yes, it's rushing very quickly. In fact, that's the first thing you guys noticed wrong with the room, is that the angry motion of the river should be louder than it is, but it's distant, muffled.
I see.
Almost like the magic is blocking the sound.
That's a fair assessment.
Well,
Have you ever encountered anything like this, Lilith or Bjorn?
I've encountered many dark things in my paths, but this one is new.
we can only move forward, you guys.
Yeah, if we move together
I can
slowly.
step lightly and look for traps, but I cannot see sorcery.
Why don't we hold on to each other like I suggested? And maybe the magic sensor can go first.
There's no place to grab hold on to you, dear Suma.
Oh yeah, there is.
There's plenty of places you can grab onto, my dear. Plenty. I can always teach you a thing or two. I can always teach you a thing or two.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm going to go travel down the bridge of no return.
You're going first, Lilith?
I get tired of waiting. The only way through is through.
Okay, and as you pass, I'm going to grab onto your cloak or whatever you're wearing.
My cloak.
Okay, as soon as you... I'm sorry?
Oh yeah, I just thought we were going to each.
Hold on to each other.
Yeah,
Okay. So it's going to be Lilith, Suma, Sioso, and Bjorn in that order?
probably. Yeah, I'll grab Suma's forearm.
As soon as you pass through the barrier onto the bridge, you're instantly met with the roar of the river. It's now a deafening assault on the senses, which is what you would expect from what it looks like, the sheer might of the waterfall being directed into this little space. I need each of you to make a grit check, difficulty 9, as you step onto the bridge.
Okay.
And this is where I have a minus to it, right?
Yes.
I've been rolling really good.
That is a failure. Oh, but I rolled a 10 on my flex die.
You
I
can
got
make
a
that up.
9 and a 10 on my flex.
But it doesn't
Oh.
matter if I rolled a 1, right?
No, if you rolled a 10 on the flex, you can spend that flex to make it an auto success.
I will do so.
Okay.
What number
Yes.
did we need?
We
You
needed
need 9.
And I got 9, and I got an extra stamina because of my flex.
I got an 8. Wait, on grit? I'm sorry.
Yep. Yes, grit.
Right. Bad. 7.
Okay, still fail. Bjorn?
Yep.
9.
Okay. Siasa,
Yep.
you're going to take damage. 6 damages.
6. Okie dokie.
This ignores your armor. It is
Don't worry.
the force of passing through this barrier that has harmed you. Everyone else was able to grit and bear it, but it did some harm to you. Now you guys are on the bridge, and you're able to make your way across it without incident. Stepping from the bridge onto the threshold on the opposite platform, you sense the presence of another otherworldly barrier. A shiver goes down your spine and your extremities tingle. There's a deep, sickening pain that strikes your stomach. Your head pounds and your vision spins. As each of you staggers forward as though propelled from the bridge, you come to your senses and you feel weak, even injured. Despite the pain that runs through you, you can't help but notice that the roar of the waterfall has been hushed. This is not a dull, muffled hush like before you crossed the first barrier, but this is a complete silencing, as though that waterfall did not exist. Instead, you hear the sounds of chanting and wailing. Screaming fills the air, and you sense that the figures you saw from afar are now very much aware of you. Glancing back at the waterfall to try and make sense of your auditory confusion, you are greeted with nothing but darkness. There is now an impassable void of nothingness, spanning the whole chamber as though a giant slab of obsidian had been placed down behind you. If you reach out and try to pass the barrier, it's smooth and hard. Whatever you just passed through will not let you return, and the mountain you have ventured through so far has been left behind. Then the smell of rot hits your nostrils. The smell of death, and the chanting of these beings gets louder. Assessing the scene before you, you can see that what you first deduced to be sleeping bodies are in fact corpses. Gathered around them are a number of gaunt, frail-looking people feasting on the remains. A few blood-soaked figures flit and dance around the chamber, chanting and waving their arms as though trying to summon something from another realm. Whoever these people were, they have been here so long they've either spiraled into cannibalism for survival or been driven to it by whatever evil magic has been cast on this wretched place. Most likely, they became trapped here after crossing the bridge. Is this the fate that awaits you? And this pain that you felt after passing through the second barrier, you are all reduced to half of whatever your remaining life points are, as unfathomable pain racks your body.
Jesus.
Wow.
Rounded up or down?
Round down.
All right.
Minimum 1.
Okay.
What is this evil?
As you make your noises of pain and say, "What is this evil?" the feasting cannibals quickly rise and begin to rush towards you. They're screaming at you as they come. The ones who were chanting stop and join the assault now. A few of the individuals are armed with blades. Others simply wield sharpened bones or rocks. Let's roll initiative.
Six.
Sorry, who said 6?
Suma.
Okay.
7.
-1, 5.
It'll be 6 for Bjorn.
Okay, interesting. That is Lilith. Okay. So here is our scene. It's not quite what I want. Let me adjust the light a bit. It's probably more like this. All right. There we go. You guys are there as they rush towards you. I'm gonna. I gotta up the exposure. This is too dark. But we have the cannibals going first. Wrong camera. There we go. They are going to rush you guys. This one is going to rush. That's Lilith. Sorry, the tabletop camera is a second behind. I haven't figured out the source of the delay, but it makes it hard for me to talk about what I'm touching. Ooh, gross. Okay, so he's going to attack you with a bone. That's 5 to hit. That's a miss, right?
Mm-hmm. Wait,
Okay.
You said I have a -1, right? Does this include my physical defense?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't. So he can only take 1 attack per turn. This one's going to come for Siasa. Same deal. 9 to hit.
Hits.
6 damage.
Oof.
And I'm just going to say that they all kind of come at you guys in a big chunk here. I'll put this one on Suma. And a couple of them get to Bjorn, and I'll say these 2 don't quite make it to anyone. So
Well, that changes my strategy a bit.
another one for Lilith. 5 to hit, misses. I'll do 2 on Bjorn. They both got 8 to hit. Does that hit you? Okay. 5 damage and 7 damage. And then Suma is getting attacked. That's a miss. And 3 on Siasa. I think the only one that hit was an 8. Does that hit you, Siasa?
No.
Okay, none of them hit you. And then these 2 are in the back. They are rushing towards you, but they didn't make it to anyone yet. It will now be Siasa's turn. You are here.
Okay. And what is behind me? Am I blocked?
Yes, that is where the black barrier is that appeared after you guys got off the bridge.
Okay, then I'm gonna rock my die and have to get a different one.
Sounds good. That costs 1 action.
Really?
Yeah.
That was just my flex die. Okay, I'll roll a 1. That was my first action. Yay. I'm gonna spend a stamina point. For hit and run.
Okay.
Come on. There we go. So that makes the to hit an 11.
That's a hit.
And that's 2 damage.
I'll say you hit this one.
Okay.
You have not met the threshold, but did hit it. And then
Can
you're going
I-
to take a movement, right? Or 2
Yeah,
movements?
can I skirt around to the from my perspective to the left of the one I just hit and get behind him.
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to strike at that one again.
Cool.
Wait. Am I allowed to strike at them again?
I don't remember. You had a whole bunch of things that gave you extra things.
It doesn't matter. I rolled a 1, so it's moot.
Okay.
But I can move. So I'm
Yeah.
going to back up. I think I can move 1, 2.
You can certainly
Okay.
get over here to these guys, or you could go.
I want to
like-
get into range. I want to get into no. Okay, diagonally from the 2 in the back.
So, like here.
No, other side.
Well, you're kind of already there.
Yeah, so kind of where that finger is,
Okay.
but back a little bit more.
Define
Make it-
back. Top of the frame.
I'm sorry. Top of the frame,
Okay.
and then to my left would
That
be
way?
right. Correct.
Gotcha. I gotcha. I'm with you.
There we go. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Okay.
Perfect. That's where I want to be.
You're there. All
right.
Suma's turn.
I'm right there in the middle, and I've got one guy on me.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm gonna go with that with my staff.
Okay.
I just got a 10 to hit.
A 10. That hits.
10.
That's a hit.
Okay. And then I'm going, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 damage.
Dead.
Nice.
Jeez.
And then for my action, I'm going to move over there if I can, or at least as far as I can towards Seosa.
I say you can get to her.
Okay.
All right.
That's it.
That is Bjorn. You are here, sir.
First, turn on I embody reaction,
Okay.
and then yeah, I'm just gonna heal myself.
Cool. Except, I'll save you a dice roll. Healing does not work for any of you.
Oh, do I lose my 2 actions?
No, I won't take those from you. But I'll say you can tell as soon as you're about to cast the spell that something is going to stop you from healing.
That sucks.
Can I tell who's doing it?
It's not a
With
who. It is the damage that you all suffered coming through that barrier.
Oof. That's tough.
It is.
Run to us, Bjorn!
Yeah, I guess I'm going to. Who's next?
After you is Lalith.
And when do the enemies go?
They actually went already. They went at the top of the round.
Okay.
So it'll be
I'm gonna,
you, Lalith, and then back to the top of the round for them.
I'm gonna run to see Siosa and Suman. On the way, I'm gonna use Lotus Flash to put all the enemies at 1 initiative.
Hell yeah. So all of them are.
Nice.
It's
How long does that last?
until The end of their next turn. Next turn.
So mechanically, I would say that has no real effect because they're already at the top of the round. So moving them to the bottom of the round, they're still in the same order.
No, wouldn't they go down to the bottom though?
They go down to the bottom, which would just mean. But
But then did they skip their first turn and then it would go back to Siosa?
So they already had their first turn. They went first. So if you move them to the bottom, basically you give them another turn again this round. And if they stay at the bottom, it doesn't change anything because they go after Lilith regardless. Whether they're at the top of the round or the bottom of the round, that still means they go right after Lilith. Right?
Right.
Because the rounds loop.
The end of their next turn. How are you supposed to use this spell?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Because wouldn't that happen every single time?
No, not at all. It would work perfectly fine if you were above them in initiative, and then you could push them even further down the initiative. But since they already had their turn, because they're first, it's the same as being last once we're into initiative because it goes
I
in
see.
circles.
So if he would have cast that before, they wouldn't have gone first. We would have.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah, if you'd been able to cast it before their turn, it would have pushed their turn all the way down. And you still would. I'm just saying, in practice, once we're doing rounds, there's no difference between being first and being last. You're still just between those same two people in the order.
Can I hold the action and then cast it right when their turn starts?
You know what? Yeah. I will say you can do that. So you can hold it until Lilith's turn is done and then cast it, and then it'll push them down to the bottom. That'll work.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Layla's turn.
So I can move past them without provoking an opportunity attack?
Yes.
Said there's a lot of dead bodies around too, right?
There are. I wonder why you're asking that.
I wonder. Is there a wall that I could put my back against?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I want to move towards
The
my
magical
group.
wall. The magical wall that you came from is the wall.
Okay. Where my companions ran to? Is there a wall by them?
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna stay here, and then be like, curse this evil place. And I am going to expend 8 life points, and I'm going to raise up 4 skeleton warriors to just block off my entrance, or block me off from all my attackers.
I like it.
Yeah.
Do you have the stats for them?
Yes, I do.
Cool, because you're going to run them.
Okay, so should I just roll all 4 dice at once?
Sure, I guess so. They're all attacking the same type of enemy.
I do, and I want to make sure that the ones on to the left of me aren't able to attack me, so I want them to be able to block.
Like that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perfect.
I wish I had my little fog machine on this desk.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, it would.
I couldn't figure out a non-stupid way to have it in here. There's just not enough room.
A 3 would not hit, right?
That's right.
Okay, would a 4 hit?
No, you need to hit 5.
Okay, so 2 of my people on my left whiff their blows, but 2 of my skeleton friends on the left, or my right, hit 2 of those people.
Okay.
And damage for that is 1d6 plus 2, so... Oh, 5, 7, 9 points of damage on one guy.
Dead.
Nice.
And then 8 plus 2. No, 6. 6 plus. That's 8 points on the other guy.
Dead.
Okay, and then they get 2 actions.
Okay.
So I am going to roll attacks again.
Roll
Awesome.
4.
Oh, do I get to roll flex dice with these people?
No.
Darn it.
Damn.
Oh, one's a perfect 8. That hits. And you said I need a 5. Oh, all of them hit. I got 8, 5, 3, 5. Okay, great.
Okay, I'll just shuffle this guy over. He's basically in range.
Okay. So let's see. So one guy does 9 points of damage.
Dead.
The other guy does 5 points of damage.
Not dead.
And okay, and then the other 2, one does 9 points, another 9 points of damage, and the other one does 5 points of damage.
Wait, no. This one's still up, this one's still up, and this one's still up from before. So you also hit this one. But they're all 1 hit away from death. And then these 2 back here have not been harmed yet at all.
Okay. And then my skeleton warriors are still going to be my shield against anyone coming to attack me.
Copy that. Well done. Good move.
Very good.
That was
Woo,
Layla's.
But
Layla's
I am
turn there.
down by 6 life points. I know, 8 life points. So I'm at
there
a
go-
total of 9.
Bjorn's held action goes off now, moving the cannibals to the bottom of the initiative, which makes it Siasa's turn.
Sweet. So, I am going to pull out. Actually, we're close to those.
Yeah, you're this person.
I'm that person. Okay. I'm going to close in on the closest cannibal then. Those 2 that haven't been engaged.
Okay.
And oh yes. Okay. 4. That's a 9.
That's a hit.
Plus I get another grit point because that's what I'm gonna. Oh wait a minute.
Steve, I'm sorry, I messed up on my skeletons. They weren't allowed a second attack.
Oops. Let's finish Siasa's turn while I think about that.
Okay. I'm going to take the stamina point for that flex die 10.
Okay.
Roll my damage. Gosh, I should have. Okay. 2.
2 damage?
Yeah.
Okay, he's still up.
Right. So,
How do you only get 2 damage? Can I ask that?
because I rolled a 2.
Right, but don't you add your whatever you used, grit or wits or
Oh, I
might or
Oh my god, I forgot this whole game.
Oops.
7.
Dead.
I'm sorry. That should be a 7. This
you,
entire
Soma.
game, I completely forgot to add my value, and I'm Jesus.
That's why you had so many bats.
That's why I had so many bats. Indeed,
Yeah.
I forgot. Whatever. Anyways, let's do it again. I am going to spend that grit again. I will do a little roll to
Okay.
move in, like, between them a little bit, just to be fancy.
You're approaching the next one.
Did I kill that guy or not?
Yeah, you killed him. He's gone. He's not on the board
Okay.
now.
Oh, I need to make. Here we go. I'll grab the right dice here. Phew. 11 to hit.
Yeah.
And 9 damage.
He's dead too. So about these skeletons that got 2 attacks and weren't supposed to, we're going to call that an effect of the Lotus Flash that Bjorn did, and we'll just take away these skeletons' attacks on their next turn.
Yeah, that's what I figure we could do. Is that
Yeah.
my skeletons won't attack when it gets back to me in my initiative.
Cool.
Okay.
Suma's turn.
All right, so let's see, we don't have
You're
anybody
here.
next to us, except for this guy in front of me, right? So
Right.
I'm gonna pull up my bow, and I know that's gonna be overkill, but I'm gonna shoot my bow at that person.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, and all 3 of these guys are 1 hit from death because they're just minions and they've all taken damage already.
That would be 9,
That's a hit.
and then 8
Dead.
8 damage.
You got him.
Nice. And so I have a second, which is just a movement, right? I don't get 2 actions, or do I? I mean,
You
2
can
attacks?
attack. What? You can attack twice.
Okay, then I will get that one right in front of. I
This
can't tell who that. Yes.
These 4 are Lilith's skeleton warriors, but this is
Okay.
an enemy.
Gotcha. Yes, I will get that one then.
Cool.
And I will roll again. That's 12 damage. 12 to hit.
Yeah. Okay. Damage. Doesn't matter actually. If you hit him at all, he's down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I killed one, so the next one dies just from hitting it, right?
Well, no, it's
No,
because he's
it
been hit
was-
before.
Oh, that's what. Okay, that's what I meant.
So
but,
yeah, the way the minions work, they have a threshold. If you meet their threshold of damage, which in this case is 6, then they die from 1 shot. But if you damage them without hitting their threshold, then they die the next time they get hit.
Perfect. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
And then that leaves 1 more minion on the board at the start of whoever's turn it is now. Bjorn. You are here, and this is the only enemy left.
Can I get to?
Can you reach him? Is that what you said?
Yeah, can I reach him and do my spell attack without hurting my friends?
Which spell?
The close range one that attacks everybody.
The Lotus Miasma. If you were to get like over here, it doesn't hurt undead creatures, so Layla's skeletons will be fine. You could more or less, yeah, you could get just that person, and maybe it would hit the skeletons a little, but they can't be hurt by it.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. They'll roll a sorcery attack.
Oh. Nice. 6 on the die to
You
attack.
got him. You got him for sure.
And 2 plus 3, I believe. Yeah. So 5 damage directly.
All right, so he just is engulfed in your miasma and dies.
Nice.
All the cannibals have been slain.
Perfect.
So now
What
you see.
Can we tell anything about these creatures now that they're dead and down?
You can't tell anything more than you could before, which is that they are weakened, emaciated, and insane. Well, now they're dead, but they were insane. Humans that seem to have been here so long, or perhaps are so overcome by the darkness of the place, that they just went nuts and started eating each other. What it was they were trying to summon, if that's what they were doing, you have no way of knowing.
Okay.
What you do see remaining are the two giant braziers in the hands of statues, which I only had one statue, so I didn't bother to put the statues there, but between them is the archway leading out of the room to the next area.
I'm gonna ask Bjorn to search it for magic before we decide to go through the archway.
Well, it's either going through the archway or we're stuck here, right?
Pretty much,
Please
yeah.
check first.
Yes,
we can
you're
hold our breath.
correct.
Bjorn just goes through.
Yeah, you do sense, though, your sense sorcery ability is going haywire at this point. The powerful dark magic that you sensed from way up at the top of the mountain is coming from somewhere just beyond this. The archway leads down some steps and into a large chamber that has clearly been constructed by skilled hands. There are statues of the same crown-wearing being sculpted into the walls, and more of these burning white braziers hanging from the ceiling, casting streaks of white light that break the shadows. Scanning the walls, you immediately notice there is no exit from this room other than the doorway you entered through.
Yeah.
Just like every room so far. I don't know why they bothered to put that there. In the middle of the room is a circular engraving on the floor. Slabs arranged and carved with ancient symbols that spiral towards a central point. Around this stand a number of lamps, though none are lit. In the middle, directly above the circular etching, is a mass of darkness. A swirling, ever-changing body of shadows, so dark that it seems to absorb the light that touches it. It moves sharply and violently in one direction, then the next, as though it's fighting to free itself from the confines of its own form. You feel fear. True fear. Your already weak bodies are suddenly crippled with sorrow and hardship, as though this entity was the embodiment of both. Tears weep from your eyes, and then you all hear the words, "You have been chosen. You will deliver a message. I am the scourge of this world, the balance of darkness to those who seek light. I am as inevitable as I am impossible." These words reverberate in your ears, the voice somehow familiar yet horrifying, delivered with a torturous undertone of hatred and violence. "The Usurper King killed me once, but death cannot die, and fear never fades. Take a message to the barbarian who sits upon Aquilonia's throne. I will return. Conan will fall." The darkness suddenly expands and a black tendril lashes forth, knocking over one of the surrounding lamps. A thick oil seeps out from it all over the floor. And then the voice returns with a screech. It starts shrieking at you with its weird, darkness-generated voice. Despite any sense of fear or panic that you now feel, you must fight. I'm going to roll a d4 here. Okay. Got it. We're going to keep the same initiative we just had. And I'll put this darkness at the bottom. But you guys see these tendrils of darkness coming out for you. And you know that it means to do you harm.
My old friend.
Piasa, you are first.
Okay. I will slash away. I will roll a 1. Let's try that again. That's better. 8. Does that hit?
8 does not hit.
Whoa, sheesh. Okay.
Yeah. 8 does not hit the dark, which is its name on the stat block there. After that, it's your second action.
That was my second action.
Oh,
The
did
first
you miss
time I
twice?
rolled a 1.
Oh, of course. Suma's up. Muted.
Go after it with my staff.
Okay.
Oops. That's a 10.
That's a hit.
Uh, 5. And I'm gonna do kind of a cool little turny diddly dee and do it again.
Okay. When you hit it with your staff, you do deal some damage. You feel a little pushback, like you're hitting through jello to hit it. And you suspect it didn't take as much harm as it should have.
Bastard! And I just rolled a 10 again to hit.
Okay.
Nope, not on my flex though. 9 damage this time.
Same deal.
And I'm as I have to put everything into it.
Bjorn's turn. Alan, it's your turn. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I asked. Are we able to heal?
No.
Okay. Shoot. That's a toughie.
You can always do that defense. If you defend, if you go and stand like behind one of us and do defend, you get 2 physical defense until your next turn. Takes 2 actions though.
Well, first free action, turn on my armor again, I guess, if I need to.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess dang. No, yeah. Can I get to a spot where I can hit him, but not anybody else with the miasma?
Yeah, he's pretty big and in the center of the room, so if you were to move around to the other side of him, you could do that, yeah.
All right, gonna try that. See if we can poison him.
All right. You can make a sorcery attack. He's got a pretty high sorcery defense.
Whoa. So 9?
9 does not hit his sorcery.
Okay, that was 2 actions.
It sure was. Lalith.
By any chance, did my skeleton warriors come with me? Do I get to keep my skeleton warriors?
I actually don't know. Let me check the spell.
I actually don't
Raise
think
dead.
I do. I think they crumble to dust. But I don't know if we
when the combat ends, they're gone. So this is a new combat, so they're gone.
No, I can't spend any more stuff right now. You know what? I'm just going to take my bow and I am going to shoot.
Okay.
Five plus 9. Shoot, and I'm -1, right? So 8.
Yeah. 8 does not hit.
Okay. Second attack. That's a fail. Oh shoot, I didn't roll my flex dice. So... yeah, no. This guy's going to be a tough guy to beat.
Yeah.
Point of clarification: are there any like skeletons in this room?
No. No, there
Any
are not.
dead bodies?
There are no dead bodies in this room.
Oh.
All the dead bodies were out there.
Run and get one.
Good, but there's this big wall blocking me.
No, that wall isn't. That wall is past where the bodies were.
Oh, the archway. The archway, I mean.
The archway's not blocked. But those are your two actions, right?
Yes.
In that case, it is the Darkness's turn, and he's going to use his Crippling Fear ability, which will consume all 3 of his actions to target all characters in range, which is all of you, with a sorcery attack. I will roll that now. 16. I'm sure that hits all of you.
It sure does.
All right, and here comes the damage. 12 damage, ignoring AR.
I'm dead.
This
Dead.
ability is called Crippling Fear.
I'm
So
dead.
Siasa and Layla drop. Bjorn and Suma are still up.
No.
I'm up.
If it ignores AR, then yeah.
And
Bjorn's
then
dead.
Even magical AR.
Is there such a thing as that?
Well, the
the thing that he just put up.
the body of living iron. It says create natural armor. I guess not, right?
No, it just increases your AR. It doesn't do anything to like your sorcery defense or anything.
You scared me to death, you bastard.
Yeah, he literally scared you to death. Suma, what are your life points at?
Now they're at 8, but I'm going to use 5 stamina to get 25 more.
Okay.
So I'll be at 33.
So, as is typical of this universe, the barbarian is fine. Those of you who dropped find yourselves rising in a wraith-like shadow form from your own fallen bodies. You cannot use your new ghostly shapes to inflict physical damage, but you can make checks, knowledge checks, and use sorcery. You also will be able to make melee attacks against the darkness because it is made of ghosty magic as well. So you guys are still ghosts, but all of your damage is going to be 1d6 plus might, using your regular might attack for the attack roll.
Okay.
You, being ghosts, are now immune to damage.
Oh.
You said we could still do sorcery?
You can.
Without
And
expending
Siasa,
life points?
it's your turn. You don't have any sorcery, so your choices are punch it or don't punch it.
I'll punch it.
Okay.
Punching coming in. Fist coming in. So 6.
6 does not hit.
Yeah. Do I still get 2 turns?
Yeah, 2 actions.
2 actions? Come on.
Because
There we
fist
go.
is 1d. What is fist? 1d4?
Hold on. What'd you roll?
A 10.
A 10 hits.
Okay.
And then the damage in shadow form is 1d6 plus might.
Okay.
1d6. Come on. 7.
Okay. That was Siasa. Suma, our one living character. It's your turn.
All right. I'm going to step back and use my bow because it has more damage.
Okay.
So, let's see. Step back would be my one action, right? So,
Yeah.
Do you really have to step back though?
well, am I far enough so I could use my arrow on him?
Yeah, so in general, I super hate the idea that being close means bows don't work. That's stupid. You can absolutely shoot him from right next to him.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm not gonna
I
move.
agree.
Okay, 1d8. That one was only a 6.
Okay.
So my second one's another arrow. That's a 10.
That hits.
And then I'm going to. Oh, I got a 10 on my might, so that is going to be a max damage.
Unfortunately, he still lowers all damage. And I'll tell you the mechanical effect here. You sensed it earlier when you hit him with the staff. Anytime he takes 4 or more damage, it just gets reduced to 3.
Okay, so should I just go ahead and just roll then and keep that as my stamina? That'd probably be best, huh?
Yeah, yeah. If
Okay,
you were,
that's what I'll do.
if it's even if it's not possible to roll less than 3 damage on your damage roll, then you don't even need to roll damage. It's just going to be 3.
Okay, so I'll do 8 damage
Okay.
and take a stamina.
Cool. Sounds good. Well turned. Bjorn, you can do sorcery about this.
With what life points?
We're ghosts. We don't have life points.
Well, not all sorcery costs life points. I don't know about all of your sorcery. Let's see. No, Lotus Miasma costs stamina, not life.
Do you have stamina as a ghost?
Let me double check the answer to that. It is not addressed, so I'm going to say you have whatever stamina you died with.
Okay. I'm gonna try miasma again.
Okay.
Okay. I got a 10 on the flex die.
Ooh, all right.
And my damage was, well, my attack was 5 plus 5, so 10.
10 hits.
There's no critical I can do with this.
If you spin that flex, you can make it massive damage. I believe.
But you just said max damage would basically.
No, I did say that, but that only applies to non-magical attacks.
Oh, I gotcha.
So you can spend it to do massive damage. I'm gonna just double check the flex die. Yeah, on any kind of attack, so you can use it on this. So what that does is you roll your damage dice as normal, but then also add the total maximum possible result. So basically, max damage and then damage again.
All right, so it's 1d6 plus 3. So
9 plus whatever you come up with.
man, rolled a 1 on the damage. But that's 4. So 4 plus
4 plus
12.
9 is
Oh no.
4 plus 9 is 13.
13. But he's probably poisoned, maybe.
He is poisoned. And well done. That's the most damage I think any of you could possibly do to this creature.
Dang.
Lilith, you're up.
Wow.
As a wraith, do I need to expend life points to cast my spells?
If the spells require life points, you can't do them. If they require only stamina, you can.
I only have 1 stamina point left. So I am going to attempt Life Leech. And just get up close to those dark, writhy, black tentacles and just touch him and try to pull the darkness out of him.
Okay, you can try Life Leech, and you will suck the life out of him, but the prohibition against healing is still in effect, so you won't be bringing yourself back to life.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah. Will the sorcery attack?
Does 10 hit?
Yes.
All right. Eight.
8 damage?
Yes.
All right.
So I'm trying to pull the darkness out of him and put it into my body, but I guess that part's just not working. But he still takes 8 damage.
Okay. Was that both actions?
That was one action because I don't have any more stamina points.
I don't suppose we can share stamina points.
You cannot, but you all have the ability to punch with the same power when you're ghosts.
Okay, so I am going to shoot him with my bow.
You don't have a bow, you're a ghost. You can punch him with your ghost hand.
Fine, I'm going to try to do psychic ghostly damage on this dude.
Now we're talking. Punch him with your psychic fist.
Do I still go -1 to all of my rolls because of this?
No, not anymore. It's just a might check.
Woo!
To hit.
That is a automatic success with a 0 or 10 on my flex die.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll 1d6 plus might for damage.
Woo, that is max. That means I rolled a 6 on my dice, so that's 8 points of damage.
Well
divided
done.
by whatever that modifier was.
You guys are doing significant damage to this creature, but unfortunately, it's just really, really strong. It's going to do Crippling Fear again. Even though Suma's the only one still up, the rest of you will be immune to this. It's just got better damage than the regular attacks. Well, maybe not. No. I talked myself out of it. He's going to do... he's going to do 2 regular attacks on Suma.
Ah!
Can I go there and like block with my ghostly body?
Nope. Oh, sorry,
Damn.
Wrong die. I rolled the wrong die. 14 to hit,
It hits me.
and also 14 to hit. So both of these are going to hit, and the damage is going to be on the first one, 11 damage. And on the second one, I rolled a 1, so a mere 9 damage.
Okay, so I have 20. Minus 9?
A total of 20 damage from that.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to take 5 health.
Okay. And it will make one more attack on you.
No!
Is it suffering any of the poison effects?
Yeah, at the end of the round, it's going to take 1 point of damage from that. Suma, 10 to hit.
It'll hit me.
He should be
15.
getting a -1 to all attacks too.
Okay, does 9 still hit?
It does.
Okay, 15 damage, please.
I'm dead.
You guys are all now ghosts.
Okay, we're gonna rock it in the Phantom World.
And now that you are all in this phantom world, the dark creature, darkness being, begins to suddenly expand, rapidly consuming everything in the chamber. There's no way to outrun it. You can't get away from this thing. It consumes you all. You feel a sense of nothingness. Darker than the obsidian curtain that concealed the bridge, darker than the entity itself. You cannot see your allies, though you sense they may be nearby. Then, again, that same voice. Deliver my message. Light stinging, burning light hits your eyes. Warmth washes over your bodies. You exhale. A deep sense of comfort overtakes your every sense. For a moment, you wonder if this is death. The eternal peace you read of, awarded to great warriors. No, this is not death. This is, in fact, the opposite. Your eyes adjust to the day's light, and the smell of grass fills your nostrils, the smell of life. You stand and look around. All your allies are here, alive and well. Was it a dream? An omen? A sign? You take a few minutes to discuss. You all shared this experience. You remember the pain, the darkness, the sense of death and fear. You all remember this message for your friend, King Conan. Looking up, you find yourselves on the edge of a great green plain, the unmistakable site of the Aquilonian grasslands. You don't recall arriving here. Much like your arrival at the mountaintop, your passage here is clouded. You do, however, feel a newfound sense of purpose, a common goal. In the distance, the gold and blue towers of Tarantia appear like a speck on the horizon, and you feel an unnatural pull towards the great city. Everyone's going to gain 3 XP for this session. The dark consumed you all, so you will take an additional 1, making it 4. Anything that you picked up, like that torch, I think it's the only thing you actually picked up in that mountain.
Yeah.
It's gone. You don't know what this creature was, but it seemed to have some sort of grudge against Conan, who had claimed previously killed it. And it instructed you to take a message to him, warning him of its return. Though you died while you were there, it clearly did not wish you to be dead. It put you here, not back in the Bessonian marches where it took you from, but in Aquilonia near the king. And that is where we're going to end our tale. Hopefully we'll return to this game, but it'll be at least a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I
Definitely.
should have taken astral projection as one of my spells. Then we could have just astral projected a message to Conan.
Let me just
Maybe
give you a
prevent
message. Message sent.
All right.
We don't know where we are, but there's a bad guy here.
We'll
Send
see
help.
everyone. We'll see everyone Thursday for